Hi, today is the 10th of September and let us revisit the Nifty futures chart. Now this is the 30-minute chart of Nifty futures, and we had seen this rise up which we labeled as wave 1 of 3. Then there was a 3-wave decline and we thought that that was wave 2 of 3. Then there was obviously a very sharp rise, a very impulsive rise, and there was a 3-wave decline of that rise, and this 3-wave decline again was a ABC pattern. So it is possible that what we had was, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and wave 3 should start. So that is one of the possibilities. But we have to look at alternative possibilities here also, because if wave 3 of 3 is on, there is pressure on it to perform. That means that it needs to go up even faster from here. It could still do it. If that really happens, we can call this a 1-2 and 1-2 pattern or something on those lines. That this is a 1-2 and 1-2 pattern, and wave 3 to the upside has begun with 2 gaps. But the price action on Friday was a bit too kind of not strong for that. So what is happening here? So both the possibilities in the extremely short term are possible. If the market really gaps up on Monday and takes off to the upside with good momentum, we are ready with a wave 3 count. So we are still long on the market as of now, because we know that even if there is a fall, this fall is still going to be corrective. But if Monday sees a gap down and further selling, then we should go for a count which tells us that this is a wave A 3-wave move, a 3-wave move for wave B, and a 5-wave move for wave C should come. And that should at least achieve this target to the downside of 17,264. So that is a possibility looking at this chart at the current time. So we are having both the possibilities here. If the index gaps down and starts to move to the downside, we will obviously leave all our Nifty longs and try to re-enter at much lower levels. But if the chart gaps up and continues up, then we embrace the bullish count that wave 2 is indeed finished, and we are going in 1-2 and 1-2 and now 3 of 3 to the upside. So these are the two possibilities, and we are ready for both possibilities at the current time. Now another thing, another wisdom I would like to share is that whatever the index does, the individual stocks have their own patterns and they will move as per their own patterns. And that is what we have been seeing, that even though Nifty was going up, the IT index was going down. And yesterday when Nifty was stalling, IT started to move up pretty strongly. So I'll be covering the IT index in a separate video today, which is deserving of a watch, because we have been watching that index very, very closely, and we have been long on that index for the last 2 weeks. So I will share my rationale for that in that separate video, which I advise all of you to definitely watch. So that is the view on the Nifty. Now let us also have a brief look at the Bank Nifty. So this is the hourly chart of the Bank Nifty futures, and this you can see very clearly that this made a 3-wave decline and made a double bottom here and then started this upswing. The upswing is going on very nicely, and you can see that this is making higher tops and higher bottoms. So Bank Nifty was very clear-cut chart. Now if you look very closely, it is possible to count 5 waves up, like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. The 5th wave looks a little bit like an ending diagonal, though not a very classical one. So here again we have certain possibilities, that is this wave 1 of 3 to the upside which is over, or it is still subdividing. Just because you can count 5 waves up does not mean that the thing is done and dusted. It is not necessary. So we need to look at those possibilities as to what is going to happen. Now looking at the RSI is also pretty healthy and there's no issues with that. So we have been long on the Bank Nifty. We are still long on the Bank Nifty, and but we are trailing our stops now very close, because if this certainly starts to correct, it will correct in 3 waves all the way to at least 38,200 levels. Around this level should be easily achieved in that correction. But if it gaps up and continues to run, we stay long. So that is about the Bank Nifty. And also let us look at some charts which we discussed in separate videos. The last video we made was the Amar Akbar Anthony of the stock market. And let us look at what Amar Akbar Anthony has been doing. So this is the first chart of Aarti Industries. So Aarti, as we had said, that we had bought this stock a couple of months back in the futures market, and we are continuing to hold long on it because we think that this chart is going to go places. And the Aarti has been doing well, and you can see last 4-5 days it has been moving up very nicely. So nothing new here. Continue to stay long with your trailing stop loss at almost 780 or so. So that would be the view on Aarti. Continue to stay long. Now this is Atul Industries. Sorry, this is Astral Industries. Astral. And Astral has been amazing. So Astral has been a superstar. And you can see this ABC decline, and we bought it all right over here, as we told you. And we have been holding it till since. And yesterday during closing we booked profits on this. So this has been a fantastic trade, a one-way trade almost, with certain obviously spikes to the downside, but it has done very, very well. So what in Astral now? Astral could go up even further, because you know what, I mean, you have this nice uptrend followed by this thing. So we are looking for a prolonged uptrend, but we booked profits because they were very good profits, and we will re-enter it on minor corrections down the line. So Astral has been extremely strong, has been a superstar. Third stock in that trilogy was Atul Industries. Now Atul is also doing pretty okay because it definitely moved up quite sharply from where we bought it, and then it has been consolidating sideways. We think that this consolidation is likely to break to the upside only. There is a small possibility of a decline, like this could be an A, this could be an B, and another C wave could come here, and then off to the races we go. So that's fine because our entry point is much lower. We are content in holding it, and let us see how it does. But the chart pattern looks extremely promising, and we should make a good amount of profits in this one too. So Amar Akbar Anthony have been performing nicely. If you want more details on that, please go to my channel and look at that Amar Akbar Anthony video. So that is all for now, folks. And just a small bit of information that we are starting personal coaching again, one-on-one online on Elliott wave. So we'll be starting a class tomorrow. It's a very small class of 1 to 3 people only, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. So if anybody wants to jump in, they're most welcome. They can contact me on the contact details which we will share just after the video, and it is very inexpensive, but it is like 7 weeks of hand holding, 7 weeks of continuous coaching and looking at live trades and understanding how the wave principle works, what are the trade setups and what are the risks, and how to use conventional indicators in combination with Elliott waves, and much more. So most people who have done this class have been pretty much happy with it, but this is only for serious traders. Those guys who want to learn seriously about the wave principle, they are most welcome to join us from tomorrow or maybe sometime later. So I'll just share the details, contact details here. You can send me an email or call me on that number, and that's all about today. Thank you and bye bye.